Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is Clay from CJTV with another Cody's commentaries. Oh man, I am tired and not feeling the greatest at all right now. What I had to do is, first of all, just to let everyone know I am not a nerd at all. But I decided to do something a little bit nerdy today. Well, here's what I decided to do. I decided to come up with oh, come on. My computer is running slow on me. Top 10. That's a really lame 10. Underrated Batman. Wait a minute. I'm not even doing it right. Batman films. Hold on. And I'm also listening to White Cross, by the way. For those who... White Heart, actually. Those who don't know, that's an 80s Christian band. Well, 90s more of. They're a little bit more popular then. But anyway. Top 10 underrated Batman films ever. That's about as nerdy as I'm gonna get. Number 10 on my list would have to be... who would be a really good villain? Probably the Clock King. Clock King was a very popular character. Well, he had a few episodes in the Batman animated series. I didn't really have the chance to look at comics. Like I said, I'm not really a nerd at all. He's not really a main villain, actually. He's more of a, I don't know, occasional character, but what I like about him is the storyline that the animated series did was actually pretty good. Probably also I would have to say that if he ever gets like a major role, I will be happy with that. Alright. But the question is, who would play him? Honestly, he wouldn't be a good one, but I wouldn't mind Steve Martin playing him. That'd be something entertaining to. Number 9. That would have to be Victor Zsasz. Mr. Zsasz was, for those who don't know his storyline. Oh, come on. Really? I'm running into problems with my computer. Oh, would you stop that already? Good grief. There. What I was trying to do is I was trying to change the desktop background. There we go. He was mentioned in the first Batman movie. Had a limited role compared to people like the Scarecrow and Ra's al Ghul. I honestly think he was a pretty big. He had his own segment during Batman Arkham City. That was actually, I played that. That was really good. I was impressed with it. It's like he sounded comically villainous, but honestly, to have him as a major character, I think that would give your rating for Batman from PG-13 level to like rated R. Honestly, because he's the type of villain that everyone hates, and because he kills, and he has no problem with it. and then cuts himself. Ugh. That's gross in my mind. But he is a pretty good villain. He actually is more of a villain than most. Probably number 8. He was in Injustice Gods Among Us, which I don't know why they came up with that title, but it's whatever. That would be the character that is in the new Batman Arkham Originals. That would be Deathstroke. Deathstroke, in my mind, like, I haven't really followed, but from what I could tell, he basically has a Mr. Freeze type of story where he's only a villain because first of all, he's an assassin or a mercenary, and he's getting paid to do his job. But he's doing it because of the fact that he has a sick loved one, and he's trying to make her feel better. Let's see. I'd like to see him personally become not a main villain like Bane was, but like a villain, but not a villain. Like he's willing to help out with if he gets paid by Bruce Wayne to protect Batman, then he will, type of thing. Because mercenaries aren't necessarily bad guys. They're paid a large amount of money so that way they can actually be able to have a living. It's a living. Deathstroke, I think, should... Okay, for the other 2 characters, for Victor Zsasz, I can't think of anyone off of my head that would play him as a really good villain. But, unless if you had Bruce Willis, perhaps. But he doesn't really do villains. He's not that evil. Trying to kill... I had a fly in my hand and I didn't kill him. Wow. I'm surprised. I just caught him by his thing. But anyway. For Deathstroke... Wow. Honestly, what's his name right now? Can't think of his name off the top of my head, but the guy that was the main the one that played as that did the role of what William Shatner did during the 70s. 70s, 60s. Chris, Pine, I believe. I think he would be a really good Deathstroke. Don't know why. Just, I think he would be. Let's see. Who else? There is one villain that I cannot remember her name, but she was the one that originally taught Batman, not Ra's al Ghul, in the comics. And she's kind of a villain, but kind of not. They basically butt heads, pretty much. So I could see that potentially happening. To play her, Jennifer Lopez, perhaps? I don't know. That is so far. I think we're on number 6. Number 6. For a villain, I'm surprised that I did not see him in the series at all for the recent Batman thing. That'd be the Penguin. I'm shocked. Maybe after Danny DeVito, they couldn't think of anyone else to do. Because honestly, Danny DeVito played a really realistic role. As creepy as it was realistic of the Penguin. Oddly enough, though, the original Penguin sounded like a penguin when he got caught. He was like, "Wah, wah." But anyway, as far as Penguin is concerned, I think he should be more of a main character because he's oddly I think he's a little bit more of a villain than the Joker or Bane or anyone else. I think he's probably, outside of him, the only other realistic, like really realistic. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh well. The only other realistic villain would be Two-Face. Two-Face is definitely a killer by all means. But anyways, let's continue on. Number 5. Who would be good for number 5? I'm only scratching the surface, mind you. What's that one robot that's in the Batman the Animated Series? I cannot remember what it's called. But what it did is it replaced real people with like robots and try to take over Gotham City. That was a really good one. I cannot remember his name for the life of me. It was some kind of computer. That was a really good villain. I haven't seen him in anywhere else, honestly. Let's see here. Number 4, Victor Freeze, Mr. Freeze. Sure, he's the main character, but he definitely got destroyed by, well, kind of destroyed by Arnold Schwarzenegger when Schwarzenegger played him, because honestly, Schwarzenegger was not bad. He didn't do terrible, but he had these corny things that Mr. Freeze shouldn't say. Like, for example, "Let's kick some ice." It's like, what? I understand he was trying to be the cheesy villain, but Mr. Freeze is not cheesy. That's Joker's job, or a Riddler, for that matter. Which, speaking of Riddler, that's number 4. I'm shocked he is not more of a main villain. Like, he was originally a main villain in the original Batman series. He was always like, "Riddle me this, Batman," or something, and then he would have this corny laugh. And I'm surprised that he hasn't become a main character, because I personally could see him doing that. You know, I'm looking at how many Veos I got. Whew. Yes, I do want to delete that. That was not a good filming. But I've done quite a bit in the last few days. I've gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Veos all yesterday. I had 7, but the one was complete fail. And I might have a picture with my youngest sibling on there. And I managed to get my little brother Curtis, aka Baby Kurt, or Cute Curtis as we call him, in as well. But honestly, I really think that I think the whole thing is with Batman villains is you have tons of them that you use. Some you use too much. Some you don't use enough. Let's see, who else could I think of off the top of my head? Wow. There was actually Bane. I would have put as number 3, but I like what they did with him in the last movie that with Batman. That was good. Tom Hardy did well. I really honestly think that Bane was finally in his element where he was finally a main character. So that was a good thing. Good sign, I believe. Number 2, I think Two-Face is, he's a main character, but I think the movie kind of ruined it. Hey, Cal.
I thought you said we're not going to be on the computer.
Well, I'm going to be coming upstairs in a little bit, okay?
Oh.
Alright. So, anyway, let's see, who else could I think off the top of my head? Besides, well, number 2, the reason why I put Two-Face as number 2 is, first of all, he's got 2 different personalities, and quite honestly, look at that serious face there. Look at that. He's not serious. I was kind of disappointed with the Batman the Dark Knight movie because I mean they had Harvey Dent for the most of it, but then all of a sudden he becomes less of a main character and he is disappointing because as soon as he becomes Two-Face they kill him off like instantly. It's like he could have lasted a little bit longer perhaps, but that definitely was the plot line for the first and the second movie were definitely a plot line for the third. Number 1 Batman villain that's underrated. That one's a little bit hard. I'd probably say Black Mask. This is like the Batman Arkham Originals is the first one video game where he's actually really a main villain, like a mob boss. Like basically from what I got from Luke and I cannot remember her name. Luke and Amber from the K-Wings Let's Play channel. They pretty much, well, it was on K-Wing 01 originally. They pretty much said that Black Mask was a villain, and then he was a main character, and then he became a minor character, and then he all of a sudden became a major character again. Then they killed him off, and then they got someone to replace him as the new Black Mask. So honestly, Black Mask should be a little more of a main villain because he's a mob boss. I mean, for crying out loud, if he's related to Italian people, then he should be able to do well. That's kind of racist. So I'm sorry about that, but Black Mask is definitely my number 1. Well, that's about it.
For the top 10 villains.
You've been listening the whole time, haven't you? Top 10 underrated villains.
Maybe.
I'll have a talk with you later. Alright, this is it for CJTV, along with K-Mac as a surprise.
Yep.
As surprisingly. We've got to go do some work on our room because it needs it. So please comment, subscribe to CJTV, check out the Fire Dancer 7, and coming your way soon in August, we plan to have a video for the Fire Dancer 7 channel. It's basically an movie. You guys should see it. Agent 47. Until then, this is Cody.
And me, Kyle.
Saying God bless. Have a great day. And whatever you do, don't forget, when you're a T-bro, you're a T-bro. Let's say it together. Forever. We gotta do that again.
Forever.
Alright.